Gamers, sorry it took me so long. I had to practice this deck. I had to make sure that I get better at it. This is my Naturia Runick deck. I also have a really good replay from a member of my Discord called Pitasovs, who has a lot more experience with the deck than me. So shout out to you for that replay, and we're going to be able to showcase that and just show the deck being played at its most optimal. And then obviously I'm also going to show you some of my live gameplay. I have a replay of my own, and yeah, I mean, I've been really enjoying the deck. I'm going to take you through the card by card at the end of the video, and I'll show you the game plan ASAP. But anyway, guys, let's go. Alright, so this is the replay from Pitasovs. Huge shout out to Pitasovs in the Discord. And also make sure to join the Discord if you haven't already. Link in the description. So yeah, this is a pretty fire hand, a pretty goated hand. So let's see how he plays it here. We're going to start with Runick Freezing Curses to special summon Hugin. Hugin is going to discard the Naturia Sacred Tree to search Runick Fountain. And then Sacred Tree, since it's sent to the grave, can trigger its effect to search any Naturia card. So we search Naturia Blessing. We go Camellia. Camellia, send the Mole Cricket to the grave. Then we go Naturia Blessing, bring back the Mole Cricket from the graveyard. Naturia Mole Cricket is going to trigger, and it tributes a monster to special summon a Naturia monster from your deck. However, you can use the effect of Camellia to offset the cost of the Mole Cricket by milling 2 cards instead of tributing. So you get to keep the Mole Cricket on the field and summon another Camellia from the deck. Here we're going to go Camellia plus the Hugin, the Runick Wings, to make a Stardust Charge Warrior. Stardust Charge Warrior summon, draw a card. We're going to go for Runick Fountain. Then we're going to activate Runick Tip to search Runick Dispelling, banishing a card from the top of our opponent's deck. Then we're going to go for Runick Fountain, shuffling 3 cards into our deck here to draw 3. What the hell? We drew 3 Flashing Fire? How? That's crazy. Anyway, Flashing Fire effect to summon Hugin here. Hugin effect, we're going to discard the Mudora to make sure we have a Shuffler in the grave. Search out a Runick Fountain. Then we can use Camellia as well as the Hugin to make ourselves a Coral Dragon. We can go our second copy of Runick Fountain, activate Dispelling, special summon Gary from the extra deck. Then we're going to go for Runick Fountain to draw 2, and Gary's effect is going to add back a Runick Runick Fountain, sorry, from the graveyard to our hand here. So Runick Fountain, shuffle 2, well, put 2 at the bottom of the deck, draw 2. Then we can Synchro Summon into Baron the Fleur. Coral Dragon is going to trigger in the grave to draw a card. We're going to set the Naturia Sacred Tree, activate the effect of Baron the Fleur, popping the Naturia Sacred Tree so that we can trigger it because it's not once per turn. Search Naturia Blessing, not once per turn. Special Summon Camellia from the grave. Make ourselves a Naturia Beast. Because a Naturia monster is special summoned from the extra deck, we get to bring back our Mole Cricket. So what we have here is Flashing Fire, Runick Tip, evenly matched, Baron the Fleur, infinite spell negates, and this can turn into 2 monster negates when you summon Camellia. Camellia can send the Naturia Sunflower to the grave, and then as soon as your opponent summons any monster, you can special summon the Sunflower from the grave, and you officially have 2 monster negates on the field. Really crazy stuff. So here we go, past turn here. Our opponent is playing Vernus, a little bit of Vernu Naturia, the inferior version of the deck. So we're going to go for Mudora here, shuffle in a couple of cards back into the deck with the Mudora. So shuffle those in there. Then, yeah, they're just going to scoop it up. I mean, look at this stuff. It's insane. It's insane. So, yeah, I mean, just an awesome replay. Just shout out Pitasovs. That's fire. Really fire. Wish I could play the deck that well. Anyway, let's go do some live gameplay. Alright, so after this game, we'll get our rank up game. So if it's not too long, I might show you my rank up game, but I also might not, depending on how long this game is. Because sometimes, like I said, these games can run pretty long. Let's see here. This is... oh, this is not good at all. This is awful. Okay, there's only one thing I can do with a hand like this. Gonna go Max C. God damn it. Oh my god. Yeah, we were never winning this one. That's an insane hand. Okay, get Gary. Normal summon Mudora. And, do we just go Baguska pass? Like, what is this? I've never had a hand this bad with this deck. This is just nuts. We could go Dugares, draw 2, discard 1. It could save us, but they went Maxi, so, like, I don't know how much I want to extend anyway. We had to use our normal summon. Honestly, I think I'm just going to Baguska pass here. I don't like it. I hate it even. Bruh. Let's see how it goes. It's Tearlaments. Of course. Of course it is. Of course. Of course it is. Of course Tearlaments drew Maxi. They always draw Maxi, bro. Send the yugioh. Ooh. But why? How? Like, you were definitely not bricked, bro. Why would you do that? I don't understand Tearlament players' obsession with Millers, bro. Scream. Sharon. Unfortunately, we We did not get any of our shufflers. Honestly, looking at the grave here, I think I'm just going to use my Kelbeck. Like, whatever. They're going to get everything anyway. Might as well just help them out. Might as well, honestly. What if they have, like, Kelbeck in hand and they just, like, bounce Baguska? That would be so embarrassing. Okay, now at least we have shufflers. That's basically the reason I did it. Is like, as if I can get at least one shuffler in my grave, you know, we have maybe, like, a chance of stopping this. But, yeah, this is looking pretty awful. Going for Kaleido Heart, brother. You do know what Baguska does, right? And they're using their Kelbeck here. We can use Mole Cricket to summon it. Force out one of their shufflers. Or hell, you never know. Maybe they'll just let me do it. Alright. Yeah, forcing out my shufflers and shit. Oh, they have the exchange? Oh, I didn't even notice that. And I guess I'll use it. I mean, we only need 3 in the grave, so maybe I'll grab back a Runick Freezing Curses, because I would love to draw that. You can get back your exchange of the spirit, I suppose. And honestly, if you want to draw back into your yugioh, I'm okay with that as well. A yugioh effect. Oh my god, bro. Unlucky. We probably can just make a Link monster to out Baguska or something. I think they're gonna out it. Thankfully, we have 2 evenly, so maybe that's just gonna win the game. In our grave here, we have 1 Camellia, 1 Sunflower. Honestly, not bad to have in grave. Not bad to have in grave. Would rather have it in grave than in hand. I'll tell you that much. Ooh, Rainbow Bridge of Salvation to get the... Perlarino is kind of terrifying, especially since they can just go like Keldo and pop the Baguska. Yikes. Thankfully, this stuff has been forced to defense, but yeah, that's not looking too good for us. Oh, they're summoning. Okay, that's kind of good for me, in a way. Because that means that monster will be forced to defense position, which means we might not die this turn. If we don't die this turn, Evenly gonna go fucking insane. It's gonna go crazy. If they don't go for game, like, whew, that's gonna be a good Evenly. Certainly is a Sharon there. And they're milling their deck a lot too here. Milling their deck quite a bit. Obviously, they have shufflers, so every time you see a deck getting milled, you kind of have to add 6 cards on top of it. And plus, with Tears, they keep shuffling their shit back. They really just summoned everything before popping the Baguska. So now, the only attack they get, realistically, is like a rank 4. They might as well not attack and just play around evenly. But what I would like to see is them just set a couple of traps past turn. We just take the whole game. Oh my god. They're setting their cards before attacking. Never do this, bro. That's just... Bro is... Oh my god. Bro just jumped into evenly. Dude, this is going to be the biggest evenly match of all time. Their whole deck is getting banished here. Like, their whole strategy. Bro, no way. At least I get to banish Time Thief Redoer. So... Technically, they don't lose out on as much, I guess. So now they got to choose what they keep. And they're keeping the Rule Kalos. Fair enough. I mean, Rule Kalos is like kind of busted here. That's like the one that stops Naturia Blessing. That's a little frustrating. Runick card, please. Awesome. And they don't have Kit anymore. They don't have Kaleido Heart. They don't have their back. Dude, they lost everything. That was still the biggest evenly of all time. We just needed a Runick card. And that's probably the best one we could get. Let me just check my options here. We have a Shuffler. Yeah, I kind of have to use the one that targets to destroy, actually. What do they get, by the way? They got a spell, so they get a draw off of Time Thief Redoer, which I guess is pretty good. They're letting us resolve this, so we pop and banish 2. If they're going to start letting us just banish their stuff, we're going to feel pretty good about it. Now we get to use our Shuffler. They probably forgot about that. They probably forgot about the Shuffler. That was kind of the reason that I did that. And while we're at it, we'll get rid of 2 of the 2 Keldo to force one of them out. Going Redoer here. Sure, that's fine. For the draw. Okay, so now we can go Naturia Blessing. Unfortunately, don't have access to the Mole Cricket, so, you know, kind of rough, but we do have access to some things. We do have access to a couple of things here. Go Naturia Camellia effect, and we don't get a battle phase this turn because of Runick cards. So, Camellia effect, we can send to the grave a Sacred Tree. Although we did not normal summon, we could just go Mole Cricket right here. Yeah, that seems pretty good, actually. We're going to do that. Let's grab a Mole Cricket. I've decided. Normal summon Mole Cricket. So far, so good. We're going to use Mole Cricket's effect here. And we're going to use the effect of Camellia to offset the cost by milling 2. And we can special summon 2 cards from our deck here. So, oh my god, that's huge, actually. Oh, that's so huge. We get to summon another Camellia and another Mole Cricket. That means we can actually draw a card and go into like a Baron or a Chengying. We go Charge Warrior here using Camellia and 2 Mole Crickets. Oh my god, guys. We're actually bringing this back. That's crazy. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing the rank up game in the video because this game's taking pretty long. But I think it's a good game, though. It's a good showcase. Whew. Cool card. Cool card. Not really what we need, but not bad either. Yeah, I think we're just going to grab Baron here. I think it's probably the best bet. We want to pop this guy right now so that they don't get to go into Zeus in any way, shape, or form next turn. And we don't get a battle phase either, so it's not like we do a big swing with Chengying or anything. So just go Baron and call it a day. Pop this. Alright, evenly matched. I guess I could set it to bait them into something. I don't think this is going to resolve. No, we'll just hold it in hand. This is fine. Let's go battle. It's going to get skipped, and then we pass turn. Okay. Yo, this is a crazy game. This is definitely a good showcase of the Tier versus Naturia Runick matchup. We still have a Camellia in deck, which is good, because if they summon anything from their extra deck, we're going to get to summon out the Mole Cricket. Yeah, and then we get to summon Camellia from our deck and set up some stuff. So here they want to go Merly. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Okay. Havness effect. What do they even summon here? Do they have King of... Oh, maybe they have King of the Swamp in hand or something. Either that or they just like make a... Oh, yeah, they can make a Winda as well. They can make a Mud Dragon. I think I'll just have to take my chance and let it happen because I kind of want to bring out my Mole Cricket. So let's see. What do they summon here? What do they use? Time Thief Redoer and Havness. Yeah, it's Mud Dragon. There we go. That's more what I wanted to see. Now we can go Mole Cricket effect. Oh, now we're looking pretty good. Now we're looking like we're winning this game. Oh, wait, I forgot. Shufflers are a thing that exists in Yu-Gi-Oh! I forgot about that aspect of the video game that I'm playing right now. Insane game. So much going on. But I don't really see, like, I don't think they have, like, that many good plays here. Oh, they're doing a big shuffle here. Oh, maybe they're trying to, like, mill for the deck out or something. That's kind of scary. I should have considered that. Polymerization. You know what? Now I'm getting kind of worried. Why did they make this dark? 2 darks? I'm confused. I'm just going to negate polymerization. Because not Mud Dragon, I mean Dragostapelia. Like, as soon as it hits the board, I'm getting my shit negated regardless. Alright. Sprite Elf here. That's okay. Oh, bring back Diviner Mill 10. Oh, fuck. I think we lose here because of deck out. Do I have any... Oh, I have other shufflers. I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't get decked out here. What are they trying to make? Like a Baron or something? Alright, now we can add a Naturia Blessing to our hand here thanks to the Naturia Sacred Tree. Oh my god, what a game. What an insane duel. This is going to be really hard to edit. I'm going to have to cut out so much nothingness. Okay, end phase here. Baron effect. Honestly, I think I'm going to pop the back row here. Yeah. If they go Merly Mill too, that's not really a big deal to me. Yeah, like here, what are you gonna... I mean, I don't even care that you summon Merly. It's not like you can use her effect. Terraforming set. Nice bluff, bro. Good one. Alright, let's go Naturia Blessing. And by the way, we're not locked out of battle phase this turn. Alright, yeah, we might as well go Camellia here. Wow, what a game. What an insane duel. Camellia effect. And we win. Wow. I really wanted to show my rank up game to Diamond, but that was just an insane game. I think I have to show that. That was an insanely good game. Yeah. Either way, guys, my rank up game was kind of lame. My opponent bricked past turn, activated Max C, so I just played Runick Control for 1 turn and they scooped. So yeah, you didn't miss anything. Anyway, here we are. Diamond rank, finally. Thanks to the Runick Naturia deck. So let's go do the card by card. I'm really excited to talk about this deck. It's so awesome. All right, so here's a deck list. I had a really good time climbing with this deck. I just want to play it more, but obviously there's other decks to try out, like the Black Wings that I got to make a video on, and the Goaties, which I am making videos on those. Don't worry, guys. I was so excited for this deck. I had to play it for a couple of days. I just had a lot of fun with it. I wanted to get good at it. I feel like now I'm actually getting quite good at it. That Pit to Sauce replay actually really helped me. Like I played a lot better after I saw that. But anyway, let's check out the card by card. Here we have 3 copies of Mole Cricket. This is like your best starter for the Naturia engine. This card is so amazing. Basically, you know, a 1-card combo sets up the Naturia Beast as well as 2 monster negates. You use its effect, tribute itself, summon a Camellia. Camellia sends the Sacred Tree to the grave. Sacred Tree searches the Blessing. Blessing brings back the Mole Cricket. Mole Cricket plus Camellia makes Naturia Beast. Then Mole Cricket comes back from the graveyard. On your opponent's turn, you can use Mole Cricket's effect to summon a Camellia from the deck, and then Camellia can send the Naturia Sunflower to the graveyard, and when your opponent summons any monster, you can bring back the Sunflower from the grave, so now you have infinite spell negates and 2 monster negates off of just Mole Cricket, not counting any of your Runick stuff that you might have in hand as well. 3 copies of Maxi because it's the best card in Master Duel. 2 copies of Keldo, 3 copies of Mudora. These shufflers are actually really important for this deck. This deck does quite a bit of milling just with the Naturia Beast, and also a lot of people are playing Tears. Tears mills your opponent's deck, and then when they mill your shufflers, yes, it's good to interrupt Tear plays, but the real reason you really want to play these shufflers is actually because you want to like recycle your own resources too. So yeah, it's just really solid, honestly. I would definitely play those. And 1 copy of Kelbeck. I mean, sometimes like a Miller can be kind of good for you, but obviously it's kind of risky with tier limits. But also Kelbeck is something you can search off of your Keldo, and it's a good interruption. It's a good hand trap. Bounces a card, a special summon monster. I mean, that's a crazy effect. That's really good. So that's why I play the Kelbeck at 1. 3 copies of Naturia Camellia, of course. This is it's a monster reborn. When your opponent summons a monster, it sends a card to the graveyard. It offsets the cost of the Sunflower to mill 2 cards. This is another way that you mill cards, so another way to mill some shufflers from your deck. And also it can offset the cost of Mole Cricket to tribute itself, so you can keep the Mole Cricket on the field and the Camellia and summon something from your deck. This card is amazing, does a little bit of all of it. We have 1 copy of Foolish Burial Goods, 2 copy of Runick Fountain. Of course, if you play Runick Engine, you gotta play 2 Fountain, 2 copies of Runick Tip, 3 copies of Flashing Fire. I mean, like, the Runick stuff is pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to explain it. We're only playing 1 copy of each of the like less stellar ones, but you do want to play a lot of different names just because those, well, they're all instant fusions basically. And also, like, sometimes your win con does become like mill your opponent's deck with Runick cards, especially against tier limit, because when you banish their stuff, that stuff is mostly gone. Like, yeah, they can crime in the grave to like get their stuff back, but sometimes that's just not enough to keep up with all the stuff you're banishing from them. 3 Naturia Blessing, not once per turn, monster reborn, also has the niche application of synchro summoning on your opponent's turn, which is nice. 3 copies of Evenly Matched is just a really good card in this format. This is basically what you want to draw into off of Max C. By the way, basically your 3 Evenly Matched and your 3 Max C, these are kind of like the flex spots of the deck, I would say, where like you can put what you like or what you prefer. 3 copies of Naturia Sacred Tree. This card is not once per turn, searches when it's sent to the graveyard. So yeah, this card is just crazy. It's like if Solid could search not once per turn, you know what I mean? It's kind of nuts. In the extra, we have 2 copies of Hugin, 2 copies of Jerry. Obviously, these cards are really good for the Runick engine, but they also have the added application of just being good materials to synchro with. Basically, with Hugin and Camellia, which is a level 4 tuner, you can go into either Stardust Charge Warrior or Coral Dragon. Coral Dragon is a level 6 tuner. Stardust Charge Warrior is just a level 6 monster. So depending on if you have access to another Camellia with, say, a Revival, you might want to go into Charge Warrior so that you get a draw, and then you get to go into like one of these guys. Or if you have access to maybe a Shuffler on the field or a Gary, well, then what you're going to do instead is you're going to go with these 2, make yourself a Coral Dragon. Then you can either like summon your Shuffler, or you can activate a Runick spell to special summon Jerry, and then you can go into a level 10 and get a draw off of Coral Dragon. So yeah, really solid cards, both for their levels and for their obvious applications in the Runick engine. Obviously, Naturia Beast and Barkion are like must plays. Barkion comes in really clutch against trap decks. It's kind of crazy. These I already kind of talked about. These go without saying. Abyss Dweller is good against tier. Baguska is just kind of like a good card sometimes, you know. Dugares is a must play in this deck. Oh my god. Saved me so many times. the draw 2, discard 1. Discard 1, you might discard your Naturia Sacred Tree to get a search, get your engine going. There's just so many times where like Dugaris is just amazing. Also, maybe like you're in a really bad spot and you need like some Runick cards to actually start your plays. Well, Dugaris can actually save you there too. So really, really good card. Asa can force out a shuffler so you can go on with your turn if you don't want to deal with shufflers on your turn. Also, you know, if they get rid of it, well, you get to search. So it's just a kind of a toolbox card. This is kind of a flex spot, I would say, where you can put what you like. But it has come up for me quite a few times. And Donner, Dagger for Hire. This card is just a better Nightmare Cerberus for our deck. One of the applications that people don't think about for Donner that Pittasofts talked to me about, basically when you tribute itself to pop a monster, you're clearing up your extra monster zone so that you can summon another Runick monster, right? So like if you use Hugin and you want to use it again, let's say, well, you can like link off Hugin and a monster on the field, make Donner, then you get to get rid of a threat on the field, but also clear up your zones to summon another Hugin. So yeah, this is just a really good toolbox card. Very useful in the deck. Won't come up all the time, but it's just nice to have. So I definitely recommend having a Donner. I think it's kind of a must play if you're playing the Runick engine in Naturia's. But anyway, guys, that's a deck list. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Sorry if it's running a little bit longer than the typical MDC video. I was just really excited about this deck and had a lot to show and talk about. But yes, huge shout out as always to my Ultimate Conductor tier members. That would be Raptor, Bongerman for 20, Dad Dude Joey, as well as B-Dubs, Hit or Miss JT, and JQ the King. You guys are awesome. Thanks also to the people in the baby tier, in the miss tier, over on Twitch, you, who's liking, commenting, subscribing, doing all that good shit. Okay. Peace.